What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's look for some new crypto games and also the chains that they are built on, because that can be a good indication if a certain chain is about to blow up. What we have just seen is, for example, Solana doing incredible, and therefore we have seen games on Solana doing incredible as well, or the DEXs, or the lending, staking, borrowing, yield protocols, whatever. If a chain blows up, the underlying projects blow up as well, usually. And there are many chains, right? There are many chains, and what we can do, of course, is we can go to DeFi Llama, and there we can find a lot of information. Take this if you ever research whatever crypto related. Take this as your #1 research tool, please, because this is so helpful. If you go here to the overview and you click chains, you can see all the chains out there. Filtered, sorted on the total value locked, right? So Ethereum still has by far the most total value locked. Then Tron, then BSC, then Arbitrum. Solana comes #5, right? But there you can see how big these chains actually are. So, for example, if we do take a look at, well, Bitcoin, the Bitcoin chain, right? Popular. If we look at Bitcoin, what are the biggest projects being built on there? Lightning Network. Torchain also works with Bitcoin, but that's like kind of multi-chain, because you see here as well 9 chains, right? Bifi Finance, lending protocol. But if you really look at something dedicated to Bitcoin, other than these two, you see this, CKBTC, and that's a cross chain with $7 million total value locked, with a change of 1,000% over the last week. So that could be something interesting, right? So you want to take a look at that kind of stuff, and you want to look like, okay, what do they do? Is there a way to be involved in here where we can make some money out of it? Do they maybe have their own token, right? That's also a possibility. So just go to the website and research it a little bit. Now, this is from ICP. Pretty interesting. So if ICP does this bridging for the Bitcoin chain, basically, then ICP could be an interesting thing, right? So you can take a look at that. Don't ignore this, by the way. Don't buy this because I have this in my screen. This is a failed project that I was researching. But then ICP might actually be quite interesting. I won't be, yeah, I wanted to say I won't be surprised if more people thought so. If we take a look over the last half a year, ICP went from, $3. That's not that bad. $3 to $9 did a 3x, give or take, right? So it's okay. So internet computer, $4 billion market cap, quite high, of course, right? So not that interesting for this video, but that's how you want to look at certain things. But there's Maya protocol, for example. Hey, and what do you notice? They have their own token, Cacao. So you want to first look at the token Cacao, right? We have it right here. 71 million fully diluted. That's quite high though. That's really quite high. But you want to take a look like, okay, what is this? And as you can see right here, same, like it was like low, right? 11 cents kind of low, 11 cents kind of low, and it blew all the way up to $1, and now it's sitting at 70 cents, which is still a 7x from where we came. But yeah, if you look what it did over the last 7 months, absolutely fucking insane, right? So then you want to do your typical research, of course. How does the Twitter look like? People following them? Well, apparently yes. Are they still active? Yeah, they're still active. They're still tweeting. They still get interactions on their tweets, etc. So okay, the project is at least not dead. Let's start with that, right? And then we can take a look at the website, see what it is, what it does, if it's interesting to maybe be invested in that. What's the use case of the token, right? Because you can have a cross chain, but then that's not necessarily what we need a token for. So you want to take a look at that. But this is something that might be used a lot, right? So that's quite cool if you want to look at it like that. And this way you really find the low caps. Right now, another way is, again, you go to the app radar and you look at crypto games, for example. You can do this with any category. You can do this with DeFi, you can whatever. But I like crypto gaming. And what I do is I would like to take a look at the projects that are built on certain chains, right? So, for example, these projects, Pixels is by now the most played crypto game out there, and this is on the Ronin chain. So, hey, you might want to take a look at the Ronin chain, right? But also, what you can do is look even down a little bit and be like, hey, BLCR. I personally haven't heard of it, but it has a lot of unique active wallets, right? It's built on CeeLo and on the Binance Smart Chain, but also on CeeLo, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to CeeLo. You want to see like, hey, how is this chain performing? Is it really picking something up, right? It is a way lower market cap than a Solana or whatever, right? Then you want to do your research on the chain. So then you go back to DeFi Llama, you look at CeeLo, hey, what's being built on there? If you use the chain, you need a DEX. Maybe look at the CeeLo DEX token, right? Like that's something you could do. So that's kind of how I research when I look at new chains as well. And what you can also do is, of course, look like, hey, what games, what are the most chains that these games are built on? So what do you see? Ethereum, Ronin, Near, BNB, CeeLo, Near, Base, Wax, BNB, Polygon, Flow, BNB, right? So what do you notice is still a lot is built on BNB. Still. And so then you might be like, okay, hey, the most played games are still on the Binance Smart Chain. Binance Smart Chain is not that, and everybody is, of course, scared about the FUD that's going on right now with Binance, but the BNB chain is more than Binance. So you might want to take a look at that. Not only that, but if you feel like, yeah, but BNB is too high cap, okay, what's the main DEX on Binance Smart Chain? Pancake Swap, native token, Cake. Look at Cake, right? And that's what you notice, by the way, because Cake is probably also up every time Binance Smart Chain or BNB goes up. Cake goes up as well. Yeah, we have it from $2 to like $3.70 right now. If we take it over the last 180 days, it is gone up with like 3x, big 3x, right? Still far from where it came from. If you looked at it, was $40, and the market cap is now $1 billion compared to the 6 billion that it was. So it has a 6x to go. Yeah, is that like, okay? Sorry, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. Otherwise, again, go back to DeFi Llama, go to chains, look at the Binance Smart Chain, and look like, hey, what's being built on there with the most value locked? Well, Pancake Swap, right? But we have, whatever, this whole list, I can name it, but that's all there. Right now, you could, of course, also very simply look like, hey, Pixels is the most played game at this moment. They have a native token. Barry. Cool. Let's take a look at Barry, right? Now, I know for a fact that Barry is a very inflationary token, which you probably don't want to buy. And I do think they will come out with a token that's has a little bit of tokenomics, but it might be interesting. This is the native token of the most played crypto game so far. And it is not even moving, right? It could say two things. One, it hasn't blown up yet, or two, it has so much selling pressure that doesn't matter how popular it is, the price stays stable, right? But then you want to research this project. Hey, do you have a governance token maybe? Then look at that, right? That's what you want to do. Alien Worlds is still popular, right? Also built on Wax. Not a lot of people talk about Wax, but still, I see it a couple of times in this list. This WaxP. This is the project that it's about. $250 million market cap. Also fully diluted, kind of the same, so that's quite good. Right now, Wax is, let me see if I can move that. This thing is always so hard to move. Wax is something that's not been talked about a lot, but popular games are being built on there. There's a reason for that, right? There's a reason for that. Don't ignore that, at least. Well, the price now, 7 cents, came from $1 or so. So it came from far, but market cap wise, how is that? Well, market cap sitting at 250 came from 1.7 billion. Okay, actually has a lot of room to grow and go back to its all-time high is actually, pretty decent. That's a 7x as well, 7x. Wow, crypto gaming is going to be bigger than what it was in the last run. And this is specifically for gaming, right? So Wax is interesting. Wax is really interesting. Get a wallet. I am afraid that this is not EVM compatible, meaning that it's not in your MetaMask, and that makes it like less easy for new people. So that kind of sucks, in my opinion. But yeah, then again, Solana doesn't give a shit as well. So does it have to mean anything, though? But in this case, Wax might be interesting. Then look at the short-term price movement. Like, hey, is it a good idea to already get into this right now? Well, it just went from a $120 million market cap to 240, so it doubled, right? It's not that crazy. Might actually be an interesting one. Right? Yeah, and then you want to see like, hey, what are the projects being built on there, or even better, coming to Wax? So I don't know if you can see it right here. Wax, search, Wax. Where are my layers? I saw it right here. Chains, Wax. Okay, so this is the chain, right? Research the chain a little bit. User unique active wallets has dropped in half over the last month. That says something. Over the last week, it's packing up again. There are a lot of DApps. DApp volume 5.9 million. That's not that much. And these are the top DApps being built on there, right? Farmers World and Alien Worlds. For the rest, it's these smaller ones right here, which are not that interesting, if you ask me. But that's only the games, right? If you here look at Wax, then you will probably see that there is more than just like, let me check if this is the right one. I am not completely sure if it is. I don't think that this is the right one right here. No, this is, I'm not gonna, this is not the right one. Too bad. Do everything in your power to research, right? They have a website and all. But that's how I look at these things. So, hey, people might be like, hey, good crypto layer ones for crypto gaming is like, for example, Solana. Yeah, that's true, definitely. Although, in this list right here, yeah, I don't see much being built on Solana, to be really honest, right? So you can look it up right here, and I don't know why it's not on order of alphabet. Well, Solana. This is everything being built on Solana, right? Star Atlas, popular game, everybody says. Well, 5K active wallets. It's not like that popular, according to the app radar at least. Then they have Genopads. Yeah, that's kind of it. So look where people are already being active. That's my biggest piece of advice. This is one of the ways to research stuff. One of the ways. You can also do this with NFTs, right? Where are NFTs built? Well, mostly on Ethereum, as we all know that. right? But if you look on chains like Avalanche, is Avalanche popular? Well, is there a lot of volume going on NFTs on Avalanche? Not really, not really, right? This one is having a lot of big volume, so it's also a way to research some NFTs. OG Odin, right? So you can take a look at that if you are in the NFT space. Like, okay, what is this? Torfi? What the fuck is like? I don't know where I am. So I just want to go to their OpenSea page. To be honest. Um, to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. This is also me just looking and researching a little bit. So yeah, but this is kind of how you want to look at things and the places where you want to look. Um, Bringing DeFi to everyone through a dynamic ecosystem of gamified utilities built on the AVAX network. Okay, so we were on the right website. Let's launch the app. Oh, of course, I'm so stupid. This is the OpenSea of AVAX. All right, fine, fine, fine. Forgive my Dutchness and my whatever. But this is how you want to look at things, right? This is why how you want to take a look at things, and then you can look for these NFTs collections, for example, or whatever you want to do. So it's not a like fully prepared video like with hey here's your information. I just like to fucking throw on the camera sometimes and just do stuff, right? So you see what I do, um, and then it might be interesting. Gambling is going to be a big niche, by the way. Gambling is going to be a really big niche. Why? Because it is in crypto or in real life as well, right? So the okay, the biggest one is Doge Casino, built on Thunder Core. So you might want to take a look like, okay, does that have a native token? Are there any protocols on there? Trade Signal, Binance Smart Chain, Thundercore. I see a lot of Thundercore right here. So if you go to the Falama and you search for Thundercore, um, hey, laugh at me if you want. I had never heard of it. I don't know what Thundercore is, by the way. Doesn't matter. But if you look at this, you can see it's a chain apparently with just $4 million total value locked and not a lot being built on there. But what is interesting is, for example, there are dexes that you need if you want to make use of such a chain, right? Maybe look at the dexes. Again, go to the website. It's forked from Ethereum, so it's gonna look just like or Uniswap. But maybe this is the DEX, right? Maybe this is the DEX, and in that case, this may have a native token, right? Laser, yeah, here we go. It has laser, right? So go to CoinGecko, search for laser. It's not even listed, so fuck laser, right? But that's how you dig deep, dig deep, dig deep, and you will find so much trash. And eventually, you will find something that might be pretty interesting. So I want to leave it there. I have a headache, I have migraine. It's fucking killing me, guys. If you do like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. See you very soon.